Hello everybody, this is Starman, and welcome back to Let's Play Mean Streets. Well, it seems I have fallen prey to a slight bug in the game, or more of a unintentional glitch that kind of makes the game impossible to win unless you're willing to cheat the mystery a little bit. You see, when I was busy picking up everything in Lola Lovetoy's apartment, I did not open the binder before I picked it up, which means I did not see that there was a note inside the binder giving the navigation code to the secret hideout of the Law and Order party. And now I have it in my inventory, but since the only option we have for manipulating things in our inventory is look, pawn, reclaim, and exit, I just have this nice little binder I can't really do anything with. So I was forced to consult a walkthrough and get the proper navigation code. So now we are going to fly over there as soon as the number lock works. Now thankfully it's not too far from where we met Jim Slade in Los Angeles, so I'm not going to do a jump cut here, primarily because I do want to... Yeah, that's so close that it's just barely within our horizon. But I want to go right into it without having to worry too much about a jump cut at this point, since that is such a minute distance. And yeah, I know I've jump cut for short distances before, but I'm also fairly certain we are going to walk right into a firefight. And I thought we could use a good action sequence to open things up. And yeah, that's one of the problems of this game, is that there are some places where you can get stuck if you pick up something or do the wrong thing. And, the crazy part is that generally it's pretty good about avoiding situations like that. If you wind up stuck in some place or going there too early, you always have an option of being able to escape or free yourself. But this is one of the few bits where it can kind of mess you up and you'd have to start over. And playing this game back when, well, a few years after it came out, I remember it being very frustrating on that front, because you had all these keys and you weren't sure exactly what they did or what you did with them. And it was just very frustrating, and I don't remember if I ever beat this game or not. I think I did, but I remember getting hung up on one of the puzzles until I finally persuaded my parents to let me call the access hint line to get a clue. Anyway, let's go ahead and save to be safe. And here comes firefight, probably. Yeah, Law and Order headquarters, I'd hope they'd have armed guards. Alright. I feel I've got to work fast at the Law and Order Party offices. More security people will probably be showing up real soon. I worked my way quickly through some administrative office. No information of any value there. I find a door that's marked official or off limits, official clearance only. I enter the room, setting off the alarm. I've got just 10 minutes to shut off before the police arrive. Okay, filing cabinet. 4-door filing cabinet, file drawer. Can I open that? It's locked and I don't have the key. Not surprising. Okay, flag. Red and black flag of the Law and Order Party. That didn't do anything. Bookcase. Bookcase filled with various texts on violence and bloodshed. Let's see, book. The book is entitled An Expert's Guide to Spite, Malice, and Revenge. You open the book and read about a number of incredibly rude and vicious party tricks, including the crazy glue on the toilet seat trick that Law & Order party members are invited to try on people they dislike. And let's check garbage can. Look at garbage. Various bits of common garbage. Nothing interesting. Can't you think of something better to do? I can. Does moving the bookcase do anything? Much too heavy to lift. Okay. Okay, same as before. This looks like Castle Wolfenstein. Okay, firearms cabinet. Firearms cabinet containing several latest up-to-date assault rifles and handguns. Small drawer in the bottom of the firearms cabinet. Can we open that? Yeah, they don't leave their ammunition secured. Bloody typical. Standard work desk drawer. Can I open the drawer? Yeah, they keep their desks locked up better than their guns and ammo. Typical fascists. A picture of a man in a Law & Order uniform. Hey, a safe. I don't have the combination for that. Okay. Let's look at the closet. Built-in storage cabinet. Appears to be locked, and I don't have a key to that either. Okay. Firearms cabinet again. Okay, so that's that whole back corner. Okay, table and toolbox. Let's see, literature. Hate literature detailing plans to move against mutants. Let's see, paper shredder. Much too heavy to lift. Okay, can't move the shredder. Toolbox. Okay, now I have a toolbox. Hopefully I wasn't supposed to open that and get a specific tool. Okay, workstation. L-shaped workstation. Printer. Optimax printer prints 40 pages per minute. Monitor. NEC high-definition computer monitor. Cabinet looks like a standard storage cabinet. Cabin door. Open the cabinet door. Memo. Corporate minutes from last meeting. Officers are Robert Knott, President, Basil Mallory, Vice President, and Security Chief, Melba Widebush, Secretary, Stanford DeMille, Attorney. Well, we'll jot that down real quick. Let's see, Basil Mallory. Melba Widebush. And Stanford DeMille. And there's a control panel. Let's look at the switch. Small switch. Flipping the switch makes a small clicking noise near the closet in the corner of the room. Let's go ahead and get that memo then. Let's see, fax machine. Answering machine. This is Slade. Clark's been taken care of.
This is Slade. Clark's been taken care of.
Ah, didn't figure he'd be subbing with a name like Big Jim Slade. Suggestion sounds a bit demented. Okay, well. Hopefully there's something in here that'll... An expensive lavender overcoat. A pair of Florsheim shoes. Small shelf for storing clove articles. A hat. The hat is size 7.5. It has long stringy white hairs hanging from it. Hey, it looks like there's something on the shelf. A small button behind the shelf. The plate underneath says Alarm Reset. Alright, and with 4 minutes to spare, what else might be on the shelf? Nothing much there. Let's go ahead and okay, don't have a key for that. Have we used the taste command once in this? Okay, we tried moving the garbage. You plunge your face into the garbage and emerge minutes later. Your reward is a banana peel stuck to your nose and chewing tobacco on your face. Okay, we've already been through that. Unless is there a secret drawer we can move? There is not. Petty cash box. There's cash in the petty cash box, $200. That's pretty petty. And now it's petty theft. Okay. So now we have cash, and I believe that is Gray Nexus computer pass card. So that gives us all the passwords and all the pass cards. And we have a nice handy list of people to look up.
Hello, Tex.
Okay, so let's see. We've got Basil Mallory.
There's nothing in our files.
Okay. Melba Widebush.
Look for my fax.
Okay, we'll get that coming soon. And Stanford D. Mill. I cannot type today.
Look for my fax.
Okay. Which, of course, the way these things work, they're going to be red herrings, and the one person that the NISA cannot get information on is going to be the one we need, and we'll have to pay through the nose for.
What do you need, Murphy?
Okay, tell me about Basil Mallory.
Make me an offer.
Wow, I have pretty much doubled my retainer with everything I've been pawning so far.
That seems fair.
Okay, I'm glad you think so. So let us see what we will get. And funny, Vanessa's usually faster than that. Yeah, well, we'll just go ahead and fly around a bit. Okay, here we go. Incoming fax. Talk to Sonny Fletcher. He may know where to find Basil Mallory. Okay. Let's see. What was Sonny Fletcher's code again? Oh. Let's see. Melba Whitebush lives in Ford City. That's 4122. And this will be Stanford DeMille, probably. Has an office in Santa Barbara at 3199. Well, we shall go ahead and stick with going to Sonny Fletcher. And we will jump cut. Okay, here we are at Sonny Fletcher's place again. Shockingly, no one is trying to kill us. Okay, let's ask him about Basil Mallory. Okay. Close but no cigar. Okay, 700. Yeah, I know you can find him. He's at 2173. All right. And we're going to go there first because, in case you haven't noticed, it doesn't seem like the game ever makes us pay for information that turns out to be worthless. Hold on, 2173. He did just say 2173, right? Or did I just get dyslexic and write it down 2713? Okay. I did get dyslexic, I think. Alright. Just for the heck of it, I think I'm going to try and bring this one in myself. Okay, we're coming in fast. Did not quite stop in time. You know, even with me having to U-turn around, I think this is still faster than letting the autopilot do it. Wish I'd discovered that sooner. Alright. And shock of shocks, a firefight. Ah, this map again. After finding my way through Basil Mallory's bodyguards, I carefully enter the house. As I walk through the kitchen, I see dirty dishes in the sink and on the table. I open a closet door and find Mallory hiding out. The only way this guy could be useful to society is a bad example. Mallory, I sneer, you're going to answer some questions. No way, I got nothing to say. I tell him if he doesn't tell me what he knows, I'll take him outside, make him wish he'd never been born. I slam my fist into his soft, flabby stomach, and he buckles over. I then catch his chin with a solid haymaker that sends him staggering back against the wall. Okay, that's enough. I'll talk. Overlord's the master plan to set up the Law and Order Party as the legitimate ruling party of the world, but it won't be me in charge. Okay? I better not say anything. Gideon is just like us. He wants to get rid of all the people that make the country weak. Okay, let's ask about Law and Order. Stick it, fish face. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. I tell him if he doesn't tell me what he knows, I'll take him outside and make him wish he'd never been born. Law and Order Party now acts as security for MTC. We will become the most powerful political force on the planet. No way, they'd find out how you got your information. I want it floating in the bay. Yeah. I'm a dead man if I tell you. You're a dead man if you don't tell me. MTC has a secret lab located on Alcatraz 4550. We are developing a mind control device which will help us to rule the world. Think that's where we need to head next. So, 4550. Back to San Francisco. And I won't do a jump cut here in order to increase the dramatic tension. And also to see if I honestly can fly there faster. Okay, there goes the warp drive. I gotta admit, as annoying as it is flying everywhere, this is a very good flight simulator for the time period. I think the flying is definitely smoother if you're going manual rather than automatic. Keep going. Boy, that mountain is coming up awfully fast. Maybe just flew through it, though. And suddenly I'm nostalgic for the old game Rad Racer. I don't know why. Actually, I do know why. It's that staring at the blinking screen while you're moving forward at an insane speed. It's pretty much a Rad Racer in a nutshell. Pink Ocean? Okay, cruise right under an entirely different bridge there. looks like a watchtower. Okay, well, this strikes me as a good point to save the game, because I think this will be our final destination. Hopefully not final as in, place where we die. As I step out my speedster, 2 Law & Order thugs jump out of the shadows. One of them slams the butt of his weapon against my head and turns out my lights. When the lights come back on, they're bright and unfocused, and my head feels like it was used as a football. I try to make out the image standing in front of me, but it's impossible. All I can see is a silhouette. "Sit him down over there," I hear a voice say. "Welcome, Mr. Murphy. You were expected, I'm afraid. I've been playing a game of chess with you. I knew someone would try to stop us from purifying the Sixth Society. I needed the pass cards and passwords to make sure that didn't happen. I ordered Knott and Slade to kill the scientists when their work on Project Overlord was done, and gather up the pass cards. They didn't have much luck finding them. I used you as a pawn to locate the cards for me. Now that I have them, nothing can stop Overlord from being implemented. We've implanted microchips in key officials throughout business and government, and they're under our control. They, in turn, will control the population. We'll rid society of all undesirables and purify the human race, and I'll control mankind's destiny. I'm sure you're wondering who I am, but I find it safer to remain anonymous. Goodbye, Mr. Murphy. You are a worthy opponent, but I'm afraid this is checkmate. Still, I won't kill you just yet. Perhaps there could be a place for such a resourceful individual in my new order. Under my control, of course. I'll store you in a safe place until I decide what to do with you." The guards walk me down a long, dark corridor and lock me in an old, musty boiler room. This must provide all the heating on Alcatraz when it was a prison 75 years ago. To my surprise, the boiler is still operational. I'd better find a way out of here or I'll end up like the rest of those walking dead. I'm not anxious to have a microchip buried in my head. Okay, well, let's see what we've got here to work with. Automatic sprinkler head is connected to piping high above your head. Heavy cast iron alloy furnace door. Door opener says switches open close. Temperature gauge. And the furnace itself. Let's see, boxes. Can we move the boxes? Yeah. Well, that gave us a key. Let's look what else there might be in the boxes. Let's see, piping, several short 3-inch stainless steel pipe sections, and 12 3-inch stainless steel flanges and bolts. Too awkward to carry around, don't see a need for it. Yeah, Tex Murphy is not MacGyver, so we're not going to be able to put together some ingenious contraction app piping and the boiler system. Let's see, small work table. Bolted to the floor. Nothing on the table. Okay, let's look at the notes. Furnace safety instructions. 1. Use remote control panel to open furnace door when in operation. 2. Never leave furnace door open for extended periods. This constitutes a serious fire hazard. An old apple core. Floor grate riveted to the floor. Using the power drill, you remove the rivets that hold the grate to the floor. And there is a hole in the floor. Removing the grate reveals a 6-inch hole too small to go through. Well, that doesn't do us any good now, does it? So we'll go ahead and take the notes. Let's see, control panel with a switch. Yeah, that seems to be for the furnace. I don't think we want to mess with that just yet. Before we look everything else up. Let's see, sliding panel. A monitoring system measuring the efficiency of the heating system. It's an automatic system, okay? Sure, sounds like a perfectly normal thing to do. Yes, like I said in one of the earlier chapters, they didn't put a lot of humor in this game, but what is there is indicative of what we'll see in the later Tex Murphy games as far as sarcasm and irony goes. Okay, so let's open the panel. Look at the box. Open the box. An atmospheric purification mask. Well, we might need that. And I think that's everything we've got. Let's see, this panel is held in place by 4 3x8 bolts. You try it, but it won't budge. You attempt to open the panel, but you don't have the right tools. Was I supposed to open that toolkit earlier? That might be where the drill came from. It tastes better than a bag of vomit, but that's all you can say about it. Yeah, we haven't had to use taste once in this, have we? Using the slot screwdriver, you remove the vent, but the shaft is only 8 inches wide, too small to climb through. The game is just tormenting us at this point, isn't it? Well, we have that gas mask, so... Okay, look at the panel, turn the switch on. You flip a switch and the furnace door opens, sending the ambient temperature up 30 degrees. It continues to increase and noxious fumes are released as well. Okay, let's start the sprinkler, and in comes the robot, who closes the door. I wonder. You flip the switch and the furnace door opens, sending the ambient temperature up 30 degrees. It continues to increase, and noxious fumes are released as well. Okay, I think I need to mess with this until we can get... Oh, so close. Ah. Okay, going to be a shade faster. Okay. Maybe if I try starting it, then once the robot is in the room, stopping it again. let's try this as close as we can. Ah, almost. Ah. I wonder, do I have to get close enough to open it, or do I just enter and then wait for it to say, do you want to exit, and hit yes. Alright, let's try it one more time. That did it! After escaping from the boiler room, I overpower the guard and take his weapon. If I'm going to have any chance of stopping these maniacs, I must find the main computer room. Cautiously, I work my way around the long corridor, which opens into a dimly lit cell block. At the far end, I see light streaming from a partially open door. Thankfully, I didn't take my ammo. Okay. This is it, the computer room, a converted cell block filled with electronic equipment. In the center of the room is the control panel and a large overhead quartz display screen. The pass cards taken from me are lying on a table. Isn't that convenient? Looks like Mr. Big wanted them checked for authenticity. I stick the pass cards in my pocket and approach the control panel. In the top right corner is a red button labeled Destruct. It can't be this easy. I remove the clear plastic cover and hesitate for a moment. You'll probably regret this, I say to myself as I press the button. The pad under my feet begins to vibrate and 4 laser cannons drop down from the ceiling and point at my head. My first reaction is to run like hell, but I'm sure if I move, I'm a dead man. Okay, you have 60 seconds to enter authorization cards and passwords. Begin. Press spacebar to enter blue pass card. Pass card accepted. Bishop. Correct password. Red password. That would be stalemate. And now it's a typing test. Okay, green password. That would be pawn. Okay, yellow is queen. Okay, gray is king. Black password is rook. Orange password is checkmate. Purple is knight. Okay, starting destruct sequence. 3, 2, 1. Stop, Murphy. Don't be a fool. I'll make you my partner. Please stop. And boom goes the dynamite. Tech saves world. Diabolical plot exposed. The feds grabbed Gideon as he tried to flee the country. They have enough on him to put him away for a few hundred years. There was a prig parade in my honor, and President Fox invited me to the White House as his special guest. I even got to see a private screening of Back to the Future 17. But I couldn't stop thinking of Sylvia. Solving the case had helped her collect on the $1 million insurance policy, but she was still hurt and upset, and at my initial suspicions. I decided to fly back to try and talk to her. Not bad rendering for 1989 computer graphics. I knew I was in trouble when she answered the door. If looks could kill, I'd be splattered all over the pavement. Her voice was trembling. "How could you think for a moment that I'd murder my own father?" she said. "I'm sorry," I pleaded. "It was the insurance that threw me off. Is there anything I can do to make it up to you?" "Yes," she said with a faint smile. "You can take me for a ride." Oh my.
Oh, Sylvia.
Tex, lower.
Oh, Sylvia.
Well, it's a hero named Tex. Of course he rides off into the sunset, so, yeah. That is Mean Streets. And, despite the rough edges and the endless flying sequences, you can still see the edges of what would make the Tex Murphy game so great here. I mean, for all of the repeating and walking around, you do still have a good story. The detective plot, it actually does make you do some real detective work. And the puzzles and the searching around are a little aggravating, but, that's adventure gaming. So, yeah, that's the first Tex Murphy game. So, thank you for bearing with me on this little adventure, and I hope you will come with me next time. We'll see you then.